Be wary. This place is trapped.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise McGlubbyhead. Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them. Good on ya. Don't matter to me if it's Loaf or my boy McGlubbyhead. It's about tradition. This upstart everyone's praising is gonna trample all over our gods and our faith. Makes me sick. Yeah. My old tribe's fallen for this shite. Traitorous bastards. The Great Absolute brings us together. Drow and Gnolls and Goblins all braiding one another's hair. It's a load of shite. Talking to you, ain't I? I just don't believe in all this togetherness and chumminess. Ain't natural. It won't last. They'll be tearing into each other soon enough. Sod 'em all. I'll wait it out in here, praying to a real god. Look at where the Absolutes love gotten. Dead! Thanks for breaking me out. Gonna find me a new tribe. One that appreciates the old ways.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
On I go. Swift and lethal.
Come on, can't stay idle. Have to keep going.
Victory awaits. Make way. Victory awaits.
Where do I go from here? Ready. My pleasure. It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
Yes, my friend? I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Finding is my job, my friend. If there's anything in the world worth knowing, I assure you, I do. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're mad! But, tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be... If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
With haste. Something good here, I hope.
Food hungry. Want bite. Food.
Careful. Once that thing's eaten through the camp, it might start looking at you hungrily.
No! Run!
I'm not chasing after it, if that's what you're thinking.
Something's blocking it from the other side.
foul stench of slaughter turns suddenly sweet through the rat's nose. Blood smell, life smell. Not like the great hollow below, which smells only of death.
Anything of use? Seems simple enough. I'll take that. Someone escaped. One of the adventurers?
Whoever did it left quite some claw marks. Maybe the missing druid?
He must have returned to the grove. road to Baldur's Gate is a long one. Who knows how long it'll take these folks to get there on foot.
If they make it. They're slow, vulnerable. Half or more will die long before Basilisk Gate.
Doesn't seem to trouble you a jot.
What good would it do for me to be troubled? We can't save them all.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us. Excellent. Lead the way.
No, an owlbear.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? All right, it's your song. Now, what rhymes with dirty elf?
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet, they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your sweat. I mean to taste it. You know the fortune of my company. Another fortune yet stands before you. A warrior's flesh, rarely tasted. Think if you must. The chance will pass come light of day.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
My friend! How do you fare? My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland.
Hush you, and behold!
I'll have you know, he can also make them blue.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
A fine camp you have here. My apologies for showing up unannounced. I am Halsin, first druid of the Emerald Grove, and I owe you my thanks. If you hadn't killed the leaders of that goblin horde, the grove would be no more. I am in your debt. Don't worry, I'm not here just to sing your praises. I believe I can help with your tadpole. I sensed what was done to you from afar. Now let me confirm it. I need to know exactly what we're dealing with. Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute, like the true souls do. How is this possible? Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. I was right to seek you out. You're after a cure for this parasite. There's a chokehold of magic, binding the creature to you. Any efforts to remove it would almost certainly kill you. Or worse. No. This is different. Altered. But I believe I know where answers can be found. Moonrise Towers. That place is where the cultists send their captives. Innocents go in. True souls come out. It has to be the source of this magic. Precisely. If we can understand just what this magic is, then perhaps we can rid you of this parasite. It's immensely powerful, whatever it is. Strong enough to slow ceremorphosis to a crawl. Luckily, that gives you more time.
These tadpoles obey one master. If the Geich have united in a single creed, my queen is in danger. Once we are cleansed, we infiltrate Moonrise Towers. Should there be Geich, we snatch their heads one by one.
An ancient citadel, abandoned for years, and for very good reason, until these cultists took over. Wait, please. There's more. The whole region around Moonrise is shrouded in a curse. A shadow curse. For years now, this curse has consumed all light and life. It spits out only darkness and despair. Few survive long. Those who do are transformed by the curse. It is not a place to venture into lightly. You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aridon and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a path to Moonrise Towers, bypassing the worst of the Shadow Curse. Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. Unfinished business. It seems our fates have aligned. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her. Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us. I advise you start in the Temple of Selûne. If you find the Dark Justiciar's hidden entrance, it could lead you all the way to Moonrise. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thormund, Dark Justiciars years ago. But I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection. Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
Always a pleasure.
Another dream. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. The ones we fight with these cultists will be no different. And there will come a battle. Of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips. Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Chook, you believe you can survive without me, as you say.
Oakfather's blessings to you. Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the Grove was too comfortable for I'll miss my books. But I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand. I'm sure something will come to me, given time.
It is done.
All these telltale signs of dark justiciars that we've been seeing, I'm having a hard time believing they're a coincidence. Still, there may be more to it. I need to keep alert, in case that suspicion amounts to anything.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you. As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree. Of course. May you keep balance.
Something tore right through these people. They'll stand a chance.
Traps, please.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile. Glad to see you're so well stocked on suitable relics, but I only need one. Thank you. It is a strange experience. Each time anew. But this doesn't feel quite right. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was, too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal parts bliss and agony. She'd eaten, feasted, and yet, looking into her eyes, you can see it wasn't enough. She's still hungry.
Come, see, my flesh becomes new flesh.
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids, can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas. Her belly splits like a rotten fruit, birthing a frenzy of claws and fangs.
That hyena's making a break for it. heading there.
An invisibility spell works too, you know.
I will not fall before my time. I am fury. I am death. Time to strike. It's as if. Talk to me.
Of course.
My faith will protect me. Take your
I am fury. I am death.
Place is overrun with gnolls.
vile beasts. Nothing good is born from a corpse.
Let's stand around. Smells filth blood a mile away.
One day I'll catch a break. What's hiding here?
Blood hurts.
As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
Good. No hurt. Teeth. Claws. Bigger. Strong. Fight. Win. Kill. No. Strong. Show you.
The little beast's quite charming once you get accustomed to the smell of rotting flesh.
What's on your mind?
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
Cut it out. There's worse than gnolls out there. How about a dragon? Would that worry you?